Welcome everybody to the first full episode of the Meta Free Podcast. This is the podcast where we'll be discussing everything tech, everything to do with the metaverse, everything to do with Web3, everything to do with AI, blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, and everything that is making headlines in the tech space, specifically with the purpose of addressing how do these technologies apply to South Africa, how do these technologies apply to Africa, and how can we take advantage of the opportunities that this present for us in South Africa to tackle some of the problems that we're having in Africa. Today I'll be running solo because I think I would love to have a recap of every week to look at what has made the headlines in the tech space. So every Monday we'll be dropping an episode which will look at the week that was in tech, and we'll be looking at what made the headlines and what we can look forward to maybe in the coming week. So this is the first full episode. Let's get into it. So first up of the week that was in tech, what I saw making headlines. The first one was on the 22nd of April. It was a Monday. The Financial Sector Conduct Authority came out or issued a press release that was indicating that they are issuing licenses for companies that are in the crypto space. I think they offered it's called Crypto Asset Service Providers license. So these are guys who are authorized under the Financial Advisory and Intermediary Services, the FISE Act number 37 of 2002, which says these companies are now licensed to play within the crypto space. It does explicitly state that this is not a license stating that cryptocurrencies can be accepted as a means of payment in South Africa yet, but at least these guys now have a license to operate within the crypto asset space. So from a point of view of advisory or as intermediaries, where they provide platforms where you do your trading, you buy and sell cryptocurrencies. So I think this is great news, major news for the South African market. It also helps to sort of remove the skepticism that is there around cryptocurrencies. I think a lot of people still feel that cryptocurrencies are like a scam or something shady. So having these licenses issued to these companies, I think it's great news for the crypto space. Maybe it will also alleviate some fears that people had about, can I put my money into the crypto space? Is it an asset class that I can consider? So I think this is good news for the crypto space. But I also think it puts or positions South Africa in a good space where sooner or later I do believe that cryptocurrencies will become an accepted means of payment globally, and with South Africa taking the steps through FSCA to sort of be ahead of the curve in terms of how we regulate how those who are playing with the market players within the space operate. I think it's good when such a time comes where we are accepting cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. South Africa will be well positioned to have the right legislature to manage this thing, to manage those who are playing within the space. So yeah, if you're into cryptocurrencies, they issued a list of about 70, I think it's actually 75 companies that have been offered this crypto asset service provider license. So there's a list. I think I'll put the link to this list somewhere in YouTube. I don't know what people do, but you know, man, when you're watching a YouTube video, someone says I'll put it down below. So yeah, man, the list will be down below. So yeah, that was the first thing that I noticed last week, which is awesome news, and I think go check it out. Google FSCA crypto licenses, something will pop up to that effect, where you can read and sort of understand what this means for the crypto market in South Africa, and also just have an understanding of where this crypto space is moving. So yeah, that's the first thing that I saw. Now, still in the crypto space, Stripe, the online payments company, also announced last week that it is moving back to accepting crypto as a form of payment. This is after Stripe had stopped any crypto related payments since 2018, I think. They gave an announcement last week that now you can use crypto to pay via Stripe, but only for stable coins for now. And maybe for those who don't know, stable coins are a form of cryptocurrencies that is pegged to some form of currency. So unlike Bitcoin and the likes, with stable coins, it gives some form of stability because they have a one-to-one relationship with the pegged currency. And I think on the Stripes case, they were using an example of the USDC, the USD coin, which is a stable coin that is pegged to the dollar, and at any point you can exchange it on a one-to-one relationship with the US dollar. But what is also interesting here is this gives some form of confidence into the cryptocurrency space after a big company such as Stripe, who handles a lot of online payments, had sort of shown less interest in crypto by stopping all crypto payments in 2018, and now coming back and saying, look, we're going back into providing services where you can do online transactions with cryptocurrencies. This is a game changer, I think. But it'd also be interesting to see how the other players like your PayPal and all the other online payment systems move within the space. I know PayPal also has shown some interest into the stablecoin space to sort of use stablecoins as cryptocurrencies that can help with online payments, which is a good thing. I'm looking forward to see what this will do for the crypto space as well, especially with online transactions and international transactions as well. So yeah, that was another thing that came out of last week, where seems like cryptocurrencies sort of, though it's sort of isolated cases, but it seems like cryptocurrencies are starting to have some form of stability within the market, and at some point I think we will find ourselves in a case where if you're not paying attention, it might feel like it's happening overnight, where you wake up and you'll be like, oh, it seems like now everybody is accepting cryptocurrencies as a form of payment. But things are happening every day. You hear of a company here, you hear of a country here, you hear of someone who's just moving in the right direction of adoption of cryptocurrency or making it easy for people to use cryptocurrencies. So I think one needs to keep attention to the news that come with regards to cryptocurrencies, and then sort of preempt what will happen and make the right moves. Take some risks as well in how you look at the crypto space and how it can affect either your business or your country or you as an individual, in such a way that you don't miss out on maybe opportunities that may come with cryptocurrencies as an asset class from an investment point of view, but also just fully understanding what this means for us and when it comes to transactions and payments. So yeah, that was interesting as well, and that's the second thing in the week that was in tech. Now, if there's one field or one area where I think the metaverse, augmented reality, virtual reality is going to be prevalent, is in the health space. In the health space, these technologies will be adapted much quicker, I think, than in other spaces. And this was more evident in the last week, where we saw in Brazil a surgeon performing his surgery using Apple Vision Pro. Now, this is prolific. It is quite amazing to see how good this technology has gotten in such a short period of time. And in the announcement that I saw, I think he was performing what is called a shoulder arthroscopy surgery. Yep. And in this surgery, I think doctors usually look at a small screen while working with a camera inside a joint. But with Apple Vision Pro, this doctor or the surgeon, you could see the images on a screen as big as a movie theater in high resolution, and he could also view the patient's tests and 3D models at the same time. This is really amazing stuff. So I think to see a surgeon performing surgery successfully using Apple Vision Pro, obviously it's making headlines, I'm sure, within the health space or the health industry. But this also just gives an extra push to say maybe within the health space we can start looking at really adapting or adopting these technologies to help us do surgery better, to help us be more precise, or to help with the precision of these surgeries, but also help with doing it as you can hear. This guy could see the tests and 3D models, so you can do it with ease and confidence as well. So So I do think in the health space we'll see a lot of or the adoption of some of these technologies happening much quicker than in other industries. I do know in spaces like construction and mining, a lot of technology is being used within the metaverse, or building digital spaces where people can go, can you can have a feel or a view of maybe a mine or a building in construction. And I think we're going to see more of this happening. And with this happening successfully in the health space, it also gives confidence with guys in other industries. So I'm looking forward to how other industries beyond health and probably construction and mining. I do know that in the education space, a lot of people are building online digital spaces to help with learning or teaching. But I can't wait to see other spaces like how this is going to work with tourism. I know we have 360 videos or virtual tours, but I can't wait to see other spaces. I also look forward to how these technologies can be used in sort of like cultural and history preservation. Maybe we'll see some adoption in the cultural and heritage space, where some of the historic events, we can relive them or experience them in the virtual space. So yeah, quite interesting to see this happening. I don't think I was expecting this to work as quickly as it is, and working perfectly. So yeah, shout out to Apple Vision Pro. I still haven't used one yet. I can't wait to get my hands on one. So if anyone has an Apple Vision Pro and you want to give it away, you don't mind me using it for a day, you can give it to me. But yeah, man, it's amazing to see the things that are happening within this space, and I can't wait to see more that comes out of this space. Now, those are the things that made headlines for me in the tech space in the previous week. If there's anything you wish to get more light on or want to shed light on, do hit me up in the comments, and we can have a conversation. Maybe we can even discuss or talk about it. I'm really open to having conversations and discussions with everyone about tech. So if you think, hey, you're interested in something I mentioned, or you think I should have mentioned something, or you would like us to discuss something in the tech space, hit me up in the comments and we can set it up, or you can let me know, maybe look into this, or you should discuss this. Then I'm all up for suggestions, as long as we're talking and we're engaging in the tech space and being alert to the stuff that's happening, so that we're not left behind and we keep up to date with what's happening in tech. Until next time, thank you so much. If you watched to this point, you're a real one. Cheers.